Hey, everybody. I'm unofficially on at the moment. I'm still getting set up, and so I'm just going to let people kind of come in as they want to. Come chat with me before I start my tutorial. I'm just getting behind the scenes here and doing some stuff. Let's see. We're having trouble. Let's see. I'm going to fix some kinks behind the scenes here. See what's going on. I guess it does have to stream to mine, so that's fine. How's everyone doing out there? Let me see if I can hop on over to Facebook, make sure that I'm streaming and stuff as we get set up here. Let's see, Breakbeat Extravaganza. There we go. I see some comments pouring in, at least over from YouTube. And I'm on TGBE too. Okay. Things are working. Hey, Danielle Wicks. Ms. Zakia is here too. Hi, Sherry. How y'all doing? Having a good day? I think I can share this video onto my page. Sweet dude. Okay. This is all going to be like cropped out from YouTube later, so for those of you that expect a replay, this will be there, which is perfectly fine. Okay, I'm getting myself set up here. I'm going to make sure that my cameras are on, and we'll get rolling. We're not going to start officially till 4:30, so now's a good time to get a bevy if you want it. Settings, make sure that my camera and stuff is on here. Mostly just waiting for people to tune in as they wish. Ooh, there we go. I can't wait to show you guys this project. It's so much fun to put together. It takes hardly any, it takes no time actually just to put together. And I'm using wire, which is bizarre because you'd think it's a bead weaving project. Vicky is asking, how was your vacay? Where did you go? Over from YouTube. I went to Mexico. I went to Riviera Maya and found a really lovely hotel. It was quite bougie, I think. I really just needed a hard getaway, though. I think my day job and my evening job sometimes just adds so much pressure to stuff, and nothing is best when you can use some PTO from the day job to escape for a hot second. It was great. I got this great tan going on, some really good food. I don't know. I made some friends over on the hotel too. That was fun. Got so much beach time. It was fabulous. Extra camera. I'm gonna add my camera in to the stage. There we go. There says, going hardcore today. Rum and Coke, wine for tomorrow. Oh, I'm so jealous. I had to give my poor Tum Tum a rest as soon as I got back. So I have not had a drink for many a days now. And I wanted to have a cocktail today, but I can't. Just the idea of any more drinks just doesn't sound great. Right now, anyway. I might change my mind in a week. We'll see. I had plenty of cocktails by the pool, mostly margaritas, no regrets. It was, again, just super fabulous. Let's see. I need my wires. Ugh. Let me grab my tools and stuff here. Zakia says, I noticed you had a marvelous tan. Girl, I do. I was looking at myself in the mirror and I was like, dang, got that summer thing. But it'll go away in like a week, which I'm kind of sad about, but mostly because I'm indoors a lot and I need to get out while the weather's been good here. It's slightly on the cooler side, which is quite unusual. But I'm enjoying it. Like it's good walking weather. I haven't been on a walk yet, but I've been trying to get ready for this event, mostly. But I can see myself going on walks after this week. And next week is all order fulfillment week for me. Oh, I need to take this. Let's see, remove. There we go. How to get my camera set up right. Sweet ooze. Christy Friesen in the house, my TGBE friend and love of my life. How are you, Christy? Thanks for tuning in. I love it when my TGBE friends can join in, especially Christy, because we've done some collabs not too long ago, and we had so much fun. we always do silly stuff in our collabs because the project is one thing, but the laughs are another. Oh, Joan is here. Can I put you on cam, Joan, while we're talking, or no?
Yeah, I'm on cam.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on.
I was in the wrong studio.
Oh, you're already in here. Okay, good. Oh, you were? Oh, I have so many. Yeah, I've got quite a few projects listed right now. I'm trying to get more tutorials like scheduled ahead of time.
I just saw TGBE and I jumped in that and I was in the one for 7 o'clock.
Oh, our trend report. Okay, this is going to be so much fun. I've got lots of topics to talk about, more than I thought I would, because I was only going to have like 5 slides before, and I ended up with like 10 now. Yeah, just stuff to talk about. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope many of our TGBE friends can join in, because that'll be a lot of fun. I'm probably going to make a coffee for that. I was telling folks on here that I have, as much as I would love a cocktail because that's my TGBE getaway thing, I had too many margaritas at the beach, so I'm taking a little break.
Well, I almost thought, well, I'll pour a glass of wine, but I would have had to pour it before a tutorial I just jumped off of. And by the trend report, I would have been falling asleep.
I know. I was like, same here. I just I needed to keep my wits about me. So you've got some fan favorites here. So Queen Joan by Zakia. And Miss Shakita says, hi, Joan.
You know what that Queen Joan is about? They
What?
call me the
Is there a
queen of
story behind that? Why am I not surprised?
Well, it's closures on jewelry, unlike you,
Fair enough.
who stays away from them.
I almost think I should send you the tiara.
Oh, then we both can wear one.
I know. That'd be fun.
No, I don't need a tiara. I need a crown.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know,
So one step above.
when I got in Doug's truck yesterday or this morning, I said, "What is that in the back seat?" He had a Burger King crown in his back seat. I should have brought that in to wear.
That could have been your crown. You could have easily bedazzled it, wire wrapped it, or done something with the cardboard.
Sprayed it with gold.
Oh, Marianne's here. I'm going to flash her on TV. Hi, Marianne.
Aww.
So good to see your name pop in.
Hi,
And Miss
Robin.
Robin says hello, Joan.
Uh, yes, Christy, but I'd be snoring if I was a sleepy watcher.
Tammy says the trend report was so helpful. That's so good to hear. It got so many views last time, so yeah, I'm curious to see like how many of us will be joining in. It is very informative, I will say that. I even surprised myself with some of the stuff I find. just with what's trending on Runway.
So yeah, last time it was so amazing. I was really surprised with. I mean, not not because it was. I mean, I just was amazed with all the information that you guys gave last time, and with all the chatting back and forth, it just made it even more informative. So I
Yeah,
hope.
I was really like I love Heather's extra like sketchbooks and stuff that she showed during that segment. I'm hoping that she'll come back for this one.
I hope
Um,
so too.
yeah, she had a lot of great like opinions and insight on things too. So it was fun. It was a lot of
Yeah, all
fun.
of them there was awesome, and I hope even more step in this year, and all of them come back. Or I don't want to say this year, but this time.
Yeah. Oh, Joan, I showed you these earrings that I'm obsessed with, right? I don't know if I showed you in person, but one. So
Yes.
these, speaking of trend report, big earrings, and I'm going to do a shameless plug because these are a kit that I just put together and instructions that I think are going to be digitally distributed. But these are so fun.
I'm
And
looking to see if I have the link.
yeah, find a link because this is people need to know about this.
Unfortunately, this is. I think I put the link. I'll pull it out of the store. Just a minute, because I put the link in a different document that doesn't normally is SilverSilk.
Oh boy. Hi, Teresa. She says her and Greta are joining in our Silky Ambassador welcome committee. Really? Little ladies doing big jobs behind the scene. We love you guys tremendously. Jennifer is in the house. Cannot have a class without her. I wonder, is Rain with you at the moment, Jennifer? I'm gonna give her a hello as well, and I love that you both tune in and watch us. Susan is here. Hi, Susan, sweetheart. I hope you're doing well. Love seeing your name pop in, and so is Lorena, giving you big hugs. Hugs, Joan and Nealay.
Oh, thank you,
She's such a sweetheart.
Jennifer, Lorena.
And Daniel Wicks.
Oh, hi, Danielle.
I miss you so much, Danielle. We need to get together on the DMs and laugh about silly stuff. Talk bead nonsense. We'll work on that later. All right, Joan, I'm going to kick you off in the best way possible because you're going to be behind the scenes anyway. So
Yeah.
if you guys have questions, just holler at Joan.
And if just real quick, if
Mm.
for some reason I can't answer them or it gets near the end of the show, we'll do a post with the answers later.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll do a formal like goodbye to the video, and then I'll just keep continuing the video on, and then we'll just do this all over again. Later, when I go into YouTube, I can actually crop it off at the beginning and the end so that people don't see all this nonsense that we're having.
Okay, I'll get off now.
Okay.
Have a fun show.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Joan. Okay, I'm going to start for reals. We'll do this quick little intro video because it's cute. And then and then I'll see if I could stop laughing. Okay. Oh, you know the one other thing I needed to do. I'm just gonna show the project. Never mind. Okay. We're going. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the SilverSilk and More channel, and welcome to the Great Beat Extravaganza Spring Fling. I am so delighted to be here. This is so much fun. It's just a great weekend of creativity, shenanigans, laughter, beading, jewelry making, all the beautiful things in life that make our industry and community what it is. Um, I know most of us have had some random kits, some sales, some things going on during this week. So let me inform you of what's going on in SilverSilk land. We have a special code that you can use on the website, TGBE 15. Maybe Joan, by the way, Joan is behind the scenes. So for those of you that are watching and in the future watching, give her some snaps will ya? But maybe she can post the code onto the chat's TGBE 15 for 15% off everything, including kits and stuff that you'll see for today's project. I'm really excited about today's project because we'll be stitching gem duos, but not with needle and thread. We're actually going to be using wire that's 28 gauge to make this project. So I normally would flash a photo at this point. However, I don't have a photo ready. So I'm just going to go straight down to my table. And I don't believe I have any other announcements. I know for sure what I can tell you is that I've got only about 5 of these remnant grab bag kits left that you guys can pick up on the website. Also, you can use your code on it if you want to. And I don't usually make too many of these. They're just scraps whenever I can get knitted wire created and have extras of. So I baggy them up for you guys, and you can get a bunch of random samples for a very good price. The other project that I've been working on behind the scenes is the next kit that I'm going to be teaching next week, which is the summer bouquet earrings that look like this. And you can grab the kit online on silversilkonline.com as well. These are meant to be for the trend forecast of long earrings, but we've made this kit so versatile that it doesn't have to be 6 inches long. These can actually be trimmed up to be 3 inches or 2 inches or all 12 inches, whatever you want to use. So you've got plenty of silver silk and other components in the kit to make it whatever you want it to be. All right, so I'm going to flip down to my table and we'll just get right into our project. So the first thing I'm going to do is cover our tools and materials to at least create the necklace portion of this design. And the tools that I'll be using are some round nose pliers, which I've got behind me here. There we go. These are going to be excellent for making loops and or getting into tiny spaces as we will be for this project. So have a set of those out. We'll also need a pair of chain nose pliers and or bent nose pliers. Let me go ahead and grab both. Okay, these are important as well for grabbing the wire that we're going to be working with. So have those set aside. I've got my bead mat already out here, and then I just need a pair of cutters. So let me reach for those. Here we go. And this will be used for cutting our craft wire. Now, we will be making this design. Specifically, I'm going to be showing you how to stitch together this large starburst component and the small starburst component. Try saying that 5 times. It's really hard. And again, we'll start with our large one first, and you can see all of the different materials there that we'll need for that. Now, I will say that the one thing that I may not end up covering today is how to crimp. If we've got that extra bit of time at the end, I will show you guys how to do that. It's quite easy. And I'm just using SilverSilk capture chain to drape my design from. You can use pipe chain, you can use burlesque chain, any sort of cord that is about 3 millimeters that can fit through the jump ring is pretty much easy to put on. Same thing with the bracelets as well. And I will talk about how I did my findings at the end, but the same starburst is pretty much created here and includes the same materials as the necklace. So that can be created as well as the earrings. You'll have plenty of extra gem duos left over. This is in fact the leftovers from making all 3 of these projects from the kit, so that you'll have plenty of extras to work with or make even a second or third pair of earrings if you want to. All right, so we will need 18 gem duos in color A, and you will need 18 gem duos in color B. Gem duos are a check glass bead that have 2 holes on the sides. and they have a little bevel shape there at the top as well. And so you can really see what the difference of the backside, which has a very smooth, even finish, versus the top side, which has sort of a diamond facet to it. And it's, again, just beveled and rounded on the top there. And so we'll be working with mostly top side of these gem duos, but just keep that in mind as you sort of stitch this thing together. Okay, you will need 11 3mm, 4mm fire polish. Thank goodness I've got a list, you guys, because I can't remember a thing. There we go. So obviously that's not 11, so we'll just scooch a few more out. I'm also using colors from the colorway Beat of Brazil from the kit, by the way, just in case you're wondering, and that's what the actual project is made from as well. I've got 5 different colorways total, and they're all equally gorge. Okay, we've got 24 inches of SilverSilk capture chain, which I don't have at my table, but I do have it already constructed with the necklace. If you're new to the land of SilverSilk, capture chain is the jam. This is my product. It is a knitted wire jewelry chain that I create, and I've got 6 or 7 different lines. I can't even remember because I've made so many. Currently, this is an insider secret and something I'm very, very excited about. I had drawn back the hollow mesh line for the pearlesque hollow mesh, but you'll also notice that my regular hollow mesh, the inventory is slowly depleting there. The fun news about that, because the sad news is, yes, it's depleting. The fun news is that I'm going to actually revamp the entire hollow mesh collection. What hollow mesh is, it's basically this chain without the filler material. Capture chain has a ball chain core, and hollow mesh doesn't have anything in it, and it's open wider. So you can put beads and stuff inside of it. I'm getting ready to actually put on 23 colors of hollow mesh. And so that's something else that I've been working on behind the scenes of for my company. It's going to be extravagant and so many things that we're going to do with it as we continue the journey of SilverSilk. So just some tidbit there for the company itself and for SilverSilk. So that in a nutshell is capture chain. It's sold in a 3-foot spool. And so we'll be using 2 feet to create our necklace rope and the other foot for our bracelet. Again, I'll explain all that a little bit later, but we're mostly just going to focus on the GemDuo part of this for now. You'll also need a head pin, only because I chose to make a bauble here at the end. You don't have to do that. You can absolutely just forego that little bauble and charm altogether and just have a nice clean necklace rope with the lobster claw clasp. Totally okay. We have got 4 size 5mm jump rings. These are used to connect our components together as well as our clasp. And you will need my craft wire is mislabeled, so I apologize for that. No, wait, it isn't. I'm joking. I'm kidding. The 28 gauge, because it's repeated twice, I realized the 16-inch we're going to need for our big pendant, and the 10-inch we're going to need for our small pendant. Oof, I almost was like, did I make a mistake? No, I had to just remember. So cut yourselves that amount and have that ready. Finally, you'll just need a Silky's charm. If you don't have one already, you can grab from the store or from the kit that is with this project, and a lobster claw clasp. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut my 16 inches of wire. This is flexible craft wire that is, again, 28 gauge. I did it in black just to simulate beading thread. However, you can find 28 gauge craft wire pretty readily anywhere in all sorts of colors. And I think my buddies over at Softflex Wire carry it, so you can grab it from there if you want to. I include enough in the kit as well so that you don't have to worry about it. And it's thin enough to bend and fold and weave with, but yet thick enough to keep its strength for this project. All right, let's move on to step 1. That's step 3, not step 1. Let's see if I can sort myself out here. Some of my diagrams got a little bit haywire mixed up. Give me just a second. It looks like they might have been actually deleted, which I don't know how that happened. Sorry about that, but we'll fix that right away. There we go. All right, step one, we're going to string on 6 gem duos, and we're going to cross our wires on the very last one. Now, here's where you've got to pay attention what the top side is and what the bottom side is. So again, I'm just following my bevel shape, making sure that that sticks out at the top. This one has, I thought that was a third hole for a second. It's just a slight little defect. Won't even show in the final project. You can either choose to use gold or you can choose to use the other color. Doesn't really matter because we're going to be using mixes of everything. I would say just to be consistent for this first part, and then you can kind of mix it up as you sort of learn the technique here. So here we go. I have strung 6 gem duos at the very top hole. I'm going to take that very last one and I'm going to string my wire right through it. And I'm going to go ahead and pull it after I've strung it through, making sure that both wires are even at the end. Okay, so this is what it should look like. And let me pop up diagram 2 real quick. Okay, there we go. So the next step is that we're going to take one of our wires and we're going to feed it through the top gem duo just like this. And I'm going to go ahead and pull one of them through all the way. If the wire gets kinked up like this, you can either use your pliers or fingers to undo it and just kind of smooth it out and pull tight. Okay, same thing for this one. I'm going to grab that opposing wire and string it through that top hole of the gem duo. It helps to kind of just keep the loop nice and wide until you pull it tight. Okay, just give it a slight tug to give it to get it nice and tightened up. And it should look something like this. It's going to be a slightly wobbly, but as you sew beads on, it's actually going to tighten up as we go. All right, now we can get to step 3 that we jumped ahead earlier for, which is what we're looking at now. So never mind, we're going to skip that step. Go to step 4. This is where we incorporate our next color. So to one of the strands, I'm going to pick up 2 gem duos of color either A or B, the other color. And again, I'm going to go through, I guess what would be the bottom hole of this, so that whenever I slide it down, that will just kind of align and bump up to the top side of the previous color. So you'll need 2 of those, however you decide to string it on. I guess the easiest way to do it is if you hold this where it's facing up, you can easily tell that you need to go to the bottom hole here. It's wire. It's going to shift and move around on your table. It's going to knock stuff over. Just like your cat would. So, like, just kind of set it down, get yourself reoriented, and sort of see what you're stringing as you do it. And after you've strung all of that on, you simply just pull it tight. Like that. So that you pretty much have these 2 gem duos that are lined up. So if I turn this right side back up toward me, like the illustration suggests, it should look like that. We're going to do this all the way around till we reach our diamond down here. So let's do that a couple more times. Okay, there's 1, and there's 2. And I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side as well. Okay, there we go. Oh, Joan, could you tell our audience that if they hashtag TGBE, there's a prize to be given away, but I need to do that for our stream real quick. Give me just 1 second. Hashtag TGBE. I meant to do this earlier, and then of course I got distracted. There we go. Okay, if y'all want to hashtag TGBE in the comments, you can be entered into winning a prize. And I think I'm going to draw 3 winners today. But also, there was a second thought, and I completely forgot what I was going to say. Sometimes that happens. Again, that comment is TGBE, hashtag TGBE. That's all you got to put down. All right, there we go. So if I flip this back around, you can see that I have reached that bottom most GemDuo. So now I will repeat the same thing and meet up to the other side here. Let's see. Okay. Or actually, I'm going to stop where I meet at the third one here. So that I've got my blank space here in between, because there's going to be a little bit of a unique action that we'll take to wrap that last bit up. So bear with me here as I stitch a couple more sets of these GemDuos on. Okay, there's one. It's nice when they just kind of pop into place, actually. There's nothing more satisfying. 1, 2. Oh, I guess what I was going to say, you must be present to win. So for folks that are tuning in the future, I'm so sorry there will not be a prize to give away. But while you're here live with me today, for those of you from the Great Bead Extravaganza, you can win a prize. Okay, there we go. Now, here's where I started, but you'll notice I didn't go all the way around. Actually, here's where I started. Let's do this. Here's where I started from both of my wire ends, and I went on either direction. As you can see, I didn't finish my last row here. The reason for that is if you look at illustration number 5, we're going to take our last 2 GemDuos and we're going to crisscross our wires into the first set of holes. So let's start this step by step. I'm going to string on 2 GemDuos that would fit normally where that little space is. They'll be facing upright like this, so that when we slide this down, it's going to just fit right into that space, right? Like that. What we're going to do before we do that is we're going to crisscross our other piece of wire through the bottom holes. All right, just like this. And at this point, you can actually go ahead and pull it nice and taut. And you'll notice that the medallion is mostly put together now. So the next step will naturally be to move those wires to the top hole. Okay, just like that. Now you can see that my wire has gone from the top to the or from the bottom to the top. And now what we do is we're going to, let's see, is this illustration? I need to find illustration 7, which is probably not in here. Let me search that. There we go. Okay. Found it. Let me put that on screen real quick. There we go. The next step is we're going to start adding in our findings, in this case, a jump ring. So I'm going to be stringing a 4 mm crystal on both sides here, and then a jump ring in between. So grab a check glass, string it on, string a jump ring on, and then another check glass bead. Okay, just like this. And I'm going to take my other wire and I'm going to crisscross it into all three of those components. The tricky part is keeping that jump ring in the middle. Sometimes it wants to move around. Okay, and then you'll simply pull it through. Oops, got my wire all twisted around here. So let me go ahead and undo that and then pull through. Before I pull it through all the way, I want to go through that hole that I just came out of for my other opposing wire. So I'm going to take the wire that's on my left side and I'm going to string it through the first hole of the GemDuo. And that's going to shoot my wire back out toward stitching to the left. And I'm going to do the same thing with my right side wire. So they basically have crisscrossed the check glass beads and the jump ring, and now they're going back into the GemDuo holes. Okay, so now you can carefully kind of tighten all of this as you need to. I think what I do is I kind of just pull everything down and it'll start to kind of straighten itself out. Again, the trickiest part is getting that jump ring to behave. And here's where you can use your pliers to keep it nice and stationary as you pull on all this together. And what you'll find is that this is going to just fit nicely together as such. So everything is sort of stacked on top of itself and you're ready to stitch around. Now let's find that illustration 8. Hopefully it's here somewhere. There it is. Okay. So ignore the orange circle for the time being. What we're going to do is repeat the stitching to where we have a gold or color A or B, whichever you're using, GemDuo in between the next series of those rainbow colored GemDuos. So in this case, I'm using gold, so I'll just say gold. So I'm going to stitch a gold one simply by stringing it on, dropping it down, and then going through the check GemDuo and then stringing it through that hole. So the way that you know to do this is whenever you kind of line this up and look at it. Let's see it. The GemDuos that you strung earlier between each one of these, that sort of makes a V shape, almost like a heart shape, in fact. You're going to be stringing a fire polish between those. So just look for the ones that make a heart. The ones that look like they're just holding hands here. I don't know. I'm coming up with the weirdest analogies. The ones that are just parallel and look like they're holding hands for the tip of the diamonds. Those are the ones that you'll put a gold GemDuo between. So you're essentially just alternating at this point. Okay, find the heart, string on a fire polish, and go through it. Okay, on the next one, I will swap the fire polish with the GemDuo, and I'll string that on. Okay, next one's going to be a fire polish. You'll notice that this starts to become very, I guess not very stiff, but like it starts to kind of really become more put together, less floppy, if you will. And that's because all of the wire is going to just fall into place. Everything sort of snaps where it needs to, and it's well stabilized. So there you can see it's coming together. Okay, so I'm going to stitch on my last GemDuo here. Let's see. The way that I need it to lay is like this. So I'm going to lay it on my table and string according to how it needs to be there to fill in the space. So go ahead and do that. Okay, there we go. All right, so it looks like I'm at the opposing side of my pendant, so that's where I need to be with this other piece of wire. And this probably is taking going to be the part that takes the longest to get around since I've got a pretty good little mandala built here. But that's okay. I'm sure if you're beading out there with me, then you totally get it. Okay, there we go. Give it a good tug. See, my jump ring fell out again. It's so naughty. There we go. Okay, fire polish. Whoops. Keep forgetting I need to be on camera here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you're having a pretty good time without the needle and thread. For me, it's been a lot easier. There are times when I prefer needle and thread, I will say that. For this project, I really didn't miss it. For those earrings that I was showing off earlier, those are the ones that really require needle and thread to make the magic happen. Okay. So we'll do another fire polish. And we'll do another. And our last one is that GemDuo. There we go. All right. Okay. And we're basically back to the step that we need to take earlier, where we grab a fire polish, grab a jump ring. Here we go. Do it this way. And another fire polish. Okay, and we'll crisscross our other wire through the same series of beads. Now, once you've done that, here's where I really don't miss the needle and thread because there's comes a point where you have to kind of stitch everything back through everything and secure it, which is it is important to do all those steps. But if you're lazy like me and don't want to do all that, then wire is helpful for relieving yourself of that responsibility, right? So what I do is I basically take the wire, and this is where the orange circle that you see on illustration 8 comes in play. I'm going to take that wire and I'm going to just start to wire wrap around the base of that fire polish. Basically, I'm creating a coil onto itself, and that's what's going to secure it in place. What I do is a couple of coils and then just start to pull on this other wire so that it holds itself in place. You can do the same with this if you need to. But you'll notice that it will secure it after you do a few different coils. Not different, sorry. If you after you do a few of the coiling of the wire. I'm losing my words because I don't. I'm trying to make this, but you guys know what I mean. Okay, for same thing for this one. So we'll go around this way, top side up. I would say the one thing that I missed out on because I'm a perfectionist is tightening that a little bit more before I did the coiling. Um, it's a little bit more awkward on camera, I will say that, because I'm trying to show it at the same time. But you guys get the gist of it. It's okay, it's not perfect. So I guess what I'm trying to say, and that's okay. Alright, so once I got some coils in there, can you guys see that? Actually, it's good that it's loose so that you can see where I built those coils. They're so discreet, you don't even see them. And the beauty of this is that you simply just trim the wire away and nobody will notice. And it's secure because it's wire, right? And we've coiled it. If you have a little bit sticking out, which I do, you can go in with your chain nose pliers and just kind of squish that back in so that it doesn't poke you as you're wearing it. One tip I will say is that if you trim it on the top side rather than the bottom side, and by the bottom side, I mean the flat side here. Doesn't that look pretty, by the way? Look at all those shimmers. If you trim it on the top side, when you wear it, you won't feel that little prickly wire end as you trimmed it. And same thing here. Just gonna go back in and press that up. And that's the magic, you know? You just kind of string your SilverSilk through the jump ring, and now we're ready to create our bottom component. Let me show you again the finished piece. So we'll be creating this thing next. Okay, and this requires 10 inches of our wire. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and measure a little bit out here. There we go. There we go. I'm going to scroll through these comments to make sure people can hear me and stuff okay. You guys are really commenting for the giveaway. There we go. Okay, so basically, to create our second component, it starts off the same as how we did it earlier. We're going to string on the opposing color. Instead of using the gold, I'm going to use the shimmery rainbowy color instead. And you'll need 6 of those. So 1, 2, and in fact, I can give you guys an illustration to look at if I can find it. There we go. Okay, so we will make this component first, or the base component, I guess. String 6 on, crisscross the wires on the last GemDuo. Okay, so that's 5 and 6. Okay, I kind of just slide it down toward where the middle of my wire would be, and then I cross the other wire into that last hole, going out the opposite direction. Already I've got a gorgeous little starburst. Okay, so now again, I can just take this wire and go through that top hole, and I'll simply do that with both of the wires. As such. You could even take your pliers and just give it a gentle little tug to get it nice and tight. It's wire, it's going to stay put. Now, the next part of this is to stitch the GemDuos in between, but we're going to be doing that from its longer side, I guess. And so what you do is you string the GemDuo top hole first because it's going to lay top side up. And I'm going to go down through the second hole and through the hole of the top of the next gem duo. You don't have to do one swift action all at once. You can actually go and do one at a time, but I like doing the two different holes at the same time. This makes things a lot easier. Okay, so just tighten it as you go and then pull. Use your pliers if you need to, but you'll see it just pop right into place. Okay, so I'm going to do that again on the one side. There we go. String that there. It helps to have a pair of nylon jaw pliers too if you need it. You can straighten out the wire that way should you need to. All right. I'm going to wait for that last one, but for now I'm going to go ahead and use this extra other wire and start to string on my gem duos for the other side too. Looks like my gem duo is a little plugged up there, so I'm going to see if I can gently pry it open. Whoops, with my beading awl here. Sometimes that happens. There's always one silly one in the mix. Okay, that should do it. Either that or I just broke the entire gem duo. We'll find out. Hopefully that's not the case. There we go. Not the case. Thank goodness. Okay, just scooch that down. I did scratch my wire up a little bit, but that's all right. Not going to show anyway. All right, so basically you just continue the same stitch down all the way through the beads here. And I'm going to string on one more. And I'm going to show you guys how to finish this little guy up because it's super easy. All right. Now, when you get to the end, oh, I have a little bit of a loose one here. So let me go back and pull this through. Definitely do not want to keep this on the loose side. You want to tighten it up as you go along here. There we go. So it should look like this by the time you get all of them stitched out. Now we're moving on to step 11, which is basically stringing on that last gem duo. Whoops. Just like that. And you're going to go ahead and slide that all the way in to meet the set of two that you have kind of giving it that space to go into. And at this point, what you want to do is grab a fire polish and string it on both sides. Okay. And we're going to be repeating the same process as earlier with our connected jump rings. You're going to string through the jump ring with one of the wires, go down through the fire polish, just like that. And you'll do the same thing with the opposite wire. Okay, string that through and then go down through the fire polish. And at this point, I'm just going to use my handy pliers here and pull everything together. That seemed to work pretty well for me. And then you'll simply just coil it below the fire polish beads to keep it nice and secure. You can go down through more holes if you want to. I personally prefer not to risk it because it just gets to be tedious. And you don't need to, it's not super weighty. So, that extra bit of security is totally your call. Still haven't quite tightened it to my liking, so I'm just going to work on that here for a second or two. There we go. All right, that's more of what it should look like, nice and tight. So at this point, you can start to coil it around the base of the fire polish. And I prefer to go 3 or 4 times with my wire. It'll also fill in any extra gap that's there. And it's kind of just disappears like thread does because it's so thin. Again, just trim it up top. That way you don't have to worry about it scratching you when you're wearing it. It's pretty much good to go. Okay, and for those of you that need an illustration, here it is. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. Let's hope I don't cut the wrong thing here. There we go. And again, if you've got a little bit of stuff sticking out, just use your pliers to tuck it in, and you're pretty much good to go. So that is how you kind of put this together, stitching without stitching. And let's talk about these designs. So we just basically covered the necklace portion of this, right? At this point, you can take the chain and crimp both ends with the SilverSilk end caps, as you see here. These end caps have a singular channel, and you can use a pair of wide nose pliers that look like this. And in fact, I even dipped it in a product called Tool Magic, which makes a nice rubberized coating at the ends, the tips of the pliers. And then all you do is you just crimp it directly over the captor chain. Super easy. If you've never tried it before, I highly encourage. And well, I guess that would be it. I highly encourage you to go ahead and grab both the pliers and the single strand end caps and give it a go. It just makes, again, just a nice clean finish. And you want to make sure that the seams are closed all the way of your finding. After that, I've just attached a lobster claw clasp, and I made a little bauble and, just attached a Silky's charm. This is a charm that represents our communities here at SilverSilk and more. Joan actually came up with the name Silkies, and I ran with it. And Teresa, of course, loved it as well. We created a group. We're not chickens because I learned from Teresa that Silkies are also called chickens. Mostly because people that like raise chickens tried to get into the group, which made no sense. Anyway, I could ramble on about that later. all to say, you can, I sort of lost my train of thought there. You can attach whatever baubles and stuff you want at the end. Again, the chain itself is 24 inches to make a 24-inch chain necklace with a pendant. The bracelet, let's take a look at that, is just a singular starburst without the extra component attached to it, because all I did was string 6 inches of my SilverSilk, and I used a pair of double strand end caps and a magnetic clasp to secure my ends. The double strand end caps have 2 channels instead of 1, but everything works the same way with the crimping. You simply just stick it into the end cap and crimp it using your wide nose pliers. And that's pretty much it. No glue necessary. So don't use glue. There's little teeth inside of this end cap that grasp onto the chain. And then you're ready to wear. I love the magnetic clasp specifically for the bracelet because it's just easier. I'm so sorry that my arm is extremely hairy, but you guys get the idea. It's just easier to put on, you know? Super pretty. Again, you can make all 3 designs with the kit. The kit might not actually exist after the show, so future people watching this, I am sorry. For the earrings, all I did was create 2 small components, and then instead of a jump ring, I just put on, excuse me, an earring hook at the end. So super easy, and you can really make these for anything. You could use as a zipper pull. That would be kind of fun. I don't know. The possibilities are quite endless, you know? Could make for a great charm for a bracelet too. So I made all of those things plus another set of components, and I bet with the leftover beads, you could probably make more stuff because I've got quite a bit here. This all came from the same kit, in fact. And so the possibilities are quite endless. So I am going to read through some of the comments real quick to make sure that I didn't leave off any unanswered questions. Hopefully the illustrations made sense and were helpful for you guys to have a visual of what I was doing as opposed to just the instructions. Okay. Doesn't seem I see anything outstanding there. So I'm going to flip it back around to my camera as such, and I'm going to also do that. So, and in fact, I'll put it up to this thing again. Okay. And I promised some prize giveaways. Normally I'd just be ranting on chatting for a little bit, but I'm going to do that after I do my formal exit for this video. So real quick, and again, I apologize to the future people watching this. I'm trying to figure out how to screen share here. Let's see, I go to present. Screen share. Okay, there we go. I think I can do this. StreamYard giveaway tool. StreamYard screen. Nope, we don't want to do that. Okay, hang on just a second. I bet I can do it this way. If I separate everything out. Actually, at this point, I guess we can talk about anything. If you, Joan, if you want to come on, I can. We can just chat. I'm gonna.
Let's see. We're gonna have to remove that, and I'm up there in the corner.
Hi. We didn't do a formal, I guess, close up for the video, but
wait, just a minute. Let me fix that there.
There we go. I'm gonna screen share real quick, and I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna have you pick some names out. Actually, there's not a way for you to pick names out, so I don't even know why you said that. Here we go. Okay, share. Sure. We have one. Let's wait because I feel like there's more people on the video. Guys, go ahead and let's just wait a few minutes and put in some more entries. Hashtag TGBE if you haven't already. 1 entry per person. Got to be present. Colleen just put in hashtag TGBE. Hi, Colleen. I'm going to flash you here.
There
No.
she is in her little picture.
Yep, absolutely. All right.
Yeah, be sure to put the hashtag in from the TGBE.
Yeah, definitely. She says, "Oh my."
Lorena just said I was so quiet.
I
I
know.
was off the screen.
It was off the screen. I had to the thing is, because of the way that my brain functions, any small interruption just gets me off class, and so to be able to, like, have the dedicated focus time to, like, say the words and teach you guys is so critical for me before I get into shenanigans. Because by the time I get into shenanigans, everything is thrown out the window.
I totally understand. That's why I do recorded videos. I can't do them live.
Exactly. And I noticed some folks were picking up the kits, so thank you so much. This is part of my livelihood, and it's just a safe space for me and Joan to play in, and Teresa, and be entertaining for you guys. And you guys make this village so, so special. So I love you guys so much. And I'm sorry I haven't been online very much. I needed some time out to be able to get stuff ready for this presentation, as well as the one coming up after this, which is our trend report. Um, and to do that, I can't really be on social media all the time. So I'll do my best. I realized also that the class that we did on Facebook, that was just like for funsies, was so much fun and helped inspire you guys. So I'd love to get back into doing that again.
Yes,
Hi,
we
Beth.
miss seeing your face on a regular basis.
I know. I miss seeing my friends' names pop in, actually. So, Dab is one of my friends too from Hawaii. Pamage says you did a clear and thorough presentation. I love that. Thank you.
A lot of
That's
people
lovely.
were complimenting your presentation all through the show.
Cool. I'm glad that that was helpful. Nancy says, hope you had a relaxing vacation, Nealay. It was relaxing. I got so much beach time, some pool time, lots of drinks and food. It was so great.
I was hoping you'd send me a picture of you in your swimsuit this time, and you didn't.
I have one, actually. I also feel like it's a weapon if I give it to you.
Well, that one, the only one you ever sent me, I did keep it, and you posted it before I could.
Oh, okay. So I brought it on myself.
Yeah.
So funny.
But I still say once in a while, yeah, I got Nealay in a swimsuit, a picture of him, and people ask for it, but I don't give it out. If they didn't save it, that's their problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of out of my hands at some point, right?
Yeah.
Emily is asking where I went this year. I went to Riviera Maya in Mexico. It was a pretty cheap getaway, which was the most appealing thing. And my flight was only about 4 hours. And so, like, between connecting flights too. So I was like, from here to Houston was 2 hours. And then from Houston to Cancun was 2 more hours. It was a very short trip. So, getting all the logistics and stuff was pretty easy. And I got to do my global entry pass there when returning back from Cancun. The nice security people, the border security people, I asked him of like, where do I get this global entry interview? Is it going to take long? He's like, we could do it right here while you're checking in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it took literally 5 minutes. And I was just like, what the heck? Like, I don't know why I didn't do this before.
So that it just makes your life easier next time you go out of the country.
Yeah, if I go across seas again, and I was talking to one of my beat buddies about going to potentially the Czech Republic next year. So, returning back instead of waiting in the giant line of security, I could kind of pass through a lot easier.
I was
Thanks so
wondering
much.
if you'd make a trip to the Czech Republic because I saw your buddy got there
Yeah, I
today or
really
yesterday.
want to so badly. So in due time, I'm still sort of a baby in the industry, if you kind of think about it. So sort of just making my connections and finding opportunities as they arise. Hopefully, and I'd love to do shopping for you guys there too. Right now, the one shopping trip that I can do to the Czech Republic is to my friend's warehouse. So that's what I've been doing.
I would love to see what you would bring back from there.
So many things. I mean, I did for a while. Well, not from the Czech Republic, but from, the warehouse at least. But yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I'd find all kinds of things. All right, so shall we draw a name?
Yeah, I don't see anybody's posting it now anymore.
Okay, let's draw our first name. I'm giving away $10 gift certificates or a gift. No, I guess they're not really gift certificate, like a $10 credit to the store. Candy Rollins, are you here, Candy? Can you pop in your name, give us a hello, I'm here, and let us know that you're here. Meanwhile, Joan's writing down your name. I can hear her typing. Yeah, there it is. Okay. We shall wait. We shall wait a few minutes and see. If not, we gotta figure out another name. Oh, wait. Yes, she just said thank you. Okay,
Yay.
so yay. Candy, can you message orders at silversilkonline.com and claim your prize? Joan, you might want to type that in too so that she can copy and paste it. That's just my email. Or you can always email us on the DMs if that's easier. All right, let's pick another name. So let's draw again. Who's it gonna be? Dawn. I'm trying to, let's see, Grofert. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. I probably didn't, which I apologize. But Dawn, I get that one right. Let us know you're here. Let us know you're among us. I feel like a fortune teller.
Oh, I'm not seen her yet.
I haven't either. So maybe we'll give it a couple
If we
seconds.
missed you, Don, please say you're here again.
Yeah. The comments are pouring in so that we would miss it pretty easily. Oh, Cecilia's here. Hi, Cecilia. I see that name all the time in things.
Yeah. Oh, here. She's here.
There she is.
Yay.
Yay! Little claps everywhere. Wait, can I do the heart thing? Is it going to work? Oh,
Wait. Yeah, it does.
Yay. Okay. I don't know how
I
that
wish
works.
I had that capability.
I haven't figured out any other ones. Okay, Don, send us an email. Joan kindly popped it up there for us, so thank you for that. Or actually, no, TGBE did. I love.
I did. I'm
Oh, you did?
TGBE right now.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. I'm very thankful for everybody that's participating. Diane Hunter, Qui Kendall. You are our last winner. Let us know if you are in the house.
Okay.
And while I have you guys here, don't forget to sign up for the big TGBE digital prize giveaway. I got a sneak peek at some of the gift cards that people are giving out from our presenter list, and they're pretty good. This is. Did she? Yay! You're here. Golf claps and some hearts for you, Diane. Love that you can join us for this. So go sign up for that digital gift big giveaway from TGBE. We will only ask for your email and name and any other information that you want to give there. I think it's phone number. And I think that's really about it. It's really just your email and name. from what I remember. But anyways, I'm just gonna stop babbling. What my point is that nobody, even if you get a message from your direct messages from someone that claims to be from TGBE, none of the presenters will ask for any money or any information from you through your direct messages. That's spam.
Do this, Nealay.
Peace sign.
Yeah. There it goes.
Oh, did you look that up? Did you Google it?
No, I read in a comment. I should have.
Oh.
I should have pinned it. Here, but gosh, it went by everybody's. Okay. Jennifer Miller said it.
Oh, she knows the hookup. Like she gets it.
Put your fingers down, do it again. No, do it again. Party time.
Party time. I'm gonna use that for the trend report. That's fun.
Yeah.
Jennifer Googled it. So okay, she's on it. She's on it for us.
Okay. Teach us other things, Jennifer.
Yeah, teach us other things.
There's gotta be more than the hearts and the balloons.
So fun.
Yeah, that is.
Well, it's been a hot minute since I got to give a prize away. I'm glad TGB exists for that reason, though.
I would love to get that basket that you're talking about with all the gift cards.
Digital, yeah. It's
That would
gonna be a
freak me
digital
out. I'd be
delivery,
going,
but
"Ooh, what
it
to
is
buy?"
like, I mean, imagine. Could you imagine? I'm a gift card kind of guy. When people get me real life presents,
Uh-huh.
sometimes there's like a slight disappointment because it's not exactly what I would pick out for myself. But I guess that's just me being a practical weirdo. I'd rather personally have like a gift card where I could just use it however I want to.
Well, I had a boss one time. He was the opposite. If somebody gave him a gift card, he wouldn't use it. He said, "They're just being cheap." And I think I'm glad I never got him a gift card before he said that.
I feel like, I mean, you could get a pretty good deal on something with a tangible product, but I feel like when you give money to someone, it's just like you can use it however you want to. So
I know it. Yeah. He
to
was
each their
weird. He was a
own.
big old brat. I mean, I loved it
You
to
might
death.
get
He
in
was like a
trouble.
little brother to me.
Oh, well, I can't say anything about my coworkers because I love them dearly.
Well, I do too. Like I said, I get away with stuff like that because he was just like a little brother to me. Big old brat.
So funny. So funny. Well, I'm gonna do a quick hop off and a wardrobe change for our trend report. Coming up here very shortly at 6 o'clock is when we start. I'm gonna gather up and see who wants to come with the TGBE group and into our
25 minutes.
stuff. Yep. So, all right. Well, I'm so glad I got to hang out with so many of you today. This meant so much to me and Joan. I'm sure we'll probably see you at the next tutorial. The earrings I'm going to teach next weekend. So this is happening on Saturday. Oop, let me get them. This is going to happen on Saturday. We'll stitch all this together, and I'm going to show you some variations on what you can do to customize it for yourself. Really looking forward to that. The kits are going to take me a little bit of time to put together. So your orders today, which I see quite a few of you have supported my store today. So thank you for that. But please be patient, and I will try and process those as quickly as possible.
Those would still be long if you made a loop with them with
Oh, yeah.
2 hole end caps, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, not as long, but they'd still be pretty
strand.
long.
But I guess if you could always buy some double strand end caps and make it
Well, I know it doesn't come with the kit, so I was just thinking.
Yeah, Joan.
I got a ticklish neck. Things can't touch me.
Okay, we're looking naughty, and
okay. It was good to see you, and we'll see you at 7 o'clock on the screen or 6 o'clock Central Time.
All right. Bye, everyone. We love you so much. Big hugs. I wish there was a hugs emoji thing that popped up, but I don't think it does.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I know. We'll save the other emojis for the party. All right. Bye, guys.